Alright, let's get to work. What's going on, guys? So just when we thought winter was over, we got another 8 inches out here. But it's melting really quick. Come here, little doggy. Come here. Don't bite me. Thank you. We got the money mans over here. You already know. What's going on, guys?
Odie? What?
What's
up? You boosting? I haven't seen you in since like...
Boosting this. It's like 50 something today, so it's pretty much melted. But I also got my GK Tech inner tie rod, so we're gonna be putting that on, put the rear coilovers on, and see how it looks with. I'm gonna try some different set of wheels that I have. So let's go inside. Should be all warm. All right, so here we have, this was the stock Infinity G20. This is the new GK Tech extended. So it gives you about, this is a, I would say 10 1/4. If I read right, and this gives you an extra about 2 inches, and the threading is a lot bigger. So I was kind of sketched out running this on here, but I wasn't going to run it, and I still have plenty of thread left when I put that in. It's basically the same amount as stock, so I'm going to run that this time, put this outer tie rod on, and it should give me that extra bit of play since my lower control arms are extended 25 mils on each side. So now I can go ahead, align the car, and not worry about anything. All right, so we got the inner tie rods in, car is down, but next dilemma here is this side's looking pretty good, but this side right here, look at that camber. Too much camber, so I'm gonna have to mess around with the alignment as well and mess with the upper control arm to get rid of all this camber. That's like -7 camber. Kendrick, what are we doing over here? Give this video a thumbs up because Kendrick is working on his car. 100 likes, boys.
When I don't have work on other people's cars, I work on my own car. It's very few that happens.
What are you doing right now?
Doing a brake line for the Hydro. We're on an inline, but I'm doing a hard line to try to make it better.
What's left for the car?
Oh, I don't know.
Just to let people know.
I'm supposed to have a list, but I don't even know.
Winging it.
Brake lines for now. And we'll see from there. It starts. I could drive it around.
It starts. He could drive it. Give it a thumbs up just so he could drive this summer.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, so I took my upper control arm out and found out what my problem was. My dumb self didn't line it up right. So this was the stock one. This was way off, so you can tell right there. So I'm gonna measure that back up and throw it back on and see if that fixes the problem. All right, measured up the control arm, put it back on, put the coilover back on. I'm gonna put the wheel on and see if that got rid of any of the negative camber up front. All right, it's all back together. Got rid of a lot of the camber. Still some camber up front, but it's gonna be like that just because of the extended control arms. Gonna put the bumper back on and see how everything looks. All right, we got the front bumper all mounted up. I gotta push over the intercooler a little bit, tilt it and tighten it from the middle. You can see it from the bottom a little bit, but the two lips will cover all of that. Lip and the diffuser, but it's coming along nice. Let's go take a look at what Adrian's doing right now. Oh, not exposed. All right, Adrian.
What's up, guys?
So, you got your turbo back.
Got my housing back.
Well, the housing back. There it is, all nice and clean. So you got a new gasket. Putting the turbo back on.
I got new valve cover gaskets. I bought this Chase Bay power steering reservoir as well. Don't know where I'm gonna mount that yet, but I'll find that out.
Let the people know what you did to this turbo. Like, What was the point? They machined it, right?
Yeah, well, if you guys seen, before, you guys probably definitely did, I had the holes, the anti-surge holes, whatever, and I took this out, they machined this out to do the T51 R mod. It's like the HKS type deals. So like they machined this out right here. They have like some set screws, I guess, to hold everything in, and
you'll hear a spool a little differently.
OCD works.
Shout out to them. Put that back on, we'll see how it sounds afterwards. So with this modification, you hear it, like even at idle, I think. Is that idle?
Maybe.
A little bit at idle, but when you rev it, definitely hear it just spool just differently.
A little different too. Instead of having the filter up front, I'm gonna angle this down somehow. Have the filter in the corner. And then
nice.
I actually bought a piping as well. Some more 3.5 inch exhaust piping.
To redo the whole exhaust, alright.
Redo it.
And making moves.
Redo from the down pipe, you know. They put down pipe down.
Right.
Been fully tuned in, like big turbo and all that stuff.
Okay.
How's it coming along, Kendrick?
Yeah, it's coming.
We got Brandon back out here.
Yeah, I wish it was just done, you know, I'm tired of working on it, but I'm like, oh, let's change all this stuff around.
Try and be FD out here.
Tell me when you're gonna start it. Give me like a 3, 2, 1.
We're back at day 2. Gonna start working on my front lip here. The main problems that I have are this little spot right here and this right here. Just gonna go ahead, everything's all sanded down. I got some hardener, fiberglass, just gonna mix that up, paste it right over, sand it down, then it should be good for primer. Actually, right here too. Gonna bend this out a little bit. And that should pretty much be it. Got all the spots covered. Ended up doing right here as well. Just gonna let that dry up. Could jack this up and start working on the rear. All right, we got the car jacked up. This is probably even easier than the front just cause it's 1 bolt on the bottom and 2 on the inside here. I have a lot of junk, I know. But it's a 12 mil, 2 12 mils up top. And 1 19 on the bottom here, and it'll pop right out. Let's get started on that. Left side's all in, all good on that, pretty easy. I lied to you guys, it wasn't a 19, it was a 17 mil for the bottom. Both rear coilovers are on, just putting on my work wheels, and just put the lug nuts on. This side's on already. Hopefully it cambers out a lot. But hopefully it doesn't scrape also. So let's tighten down the other side and lower down. All right, here we go. All tightened down. Let's lower it. I'm hoping it's not slammed because I don't want it to be slammed like my 240. Let's see how low it is. Actually, oh dude, it's not even low at all. Oh, we're gonna have to go lower. We're gonna have to go way lower. Oh yeah, definitely gonna have to go lower, for sure. Well, I still gotta put the 18s up front too. But they do look good, that color combo. Gonna have to take off the 18s from the 240, but just gonna keep going ahead and sand this down. That way I could paint this as well. And then we could throw that on and finally complete the front end of the Skyline. All right, guys, so that's pretty much the end of the video. We'll do a better video with Adrian's car when it's all warmed up and rolling. Be able to hear it a lot better. And also, front lip, gave it a couple more coats and just gonna paint that off. And I was looking online. I think I'm gonna run 17s just so I don't have to worry about hitting anything up front when drifting. But yeah, I think I might hit or stick with 17s rather than 18s. Get hyped, because Lock City Drift just put up their first event here, March 17th. I don't know if that'll focus, but March 17th at Thompson Speedway, we're going to be drifting either this or I have a surprise just because I got some news today about the S14. So either the S14 or this will be drifting that day. So like always, guys, stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe, and take care.